Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 5 Part 8, and in this episode, we're going to be doing the Japanese Classics Challenge. Now, you might be wondering why I have so little money, or why I'm driving this Mazda Atenza Concept again. And that is because I bought a new car off camera. There's a little bit of money grinding, and the Toyota Vitz that I got from, I want to say it was a Sunday Cup, I ended up selling. So, we're going to be driving this Mazda Cosmo Sport. Alright, and before I go as well, we're going to put the ECU tuning on it. In fact, I might do a little bit more upgrades to it with what absolutely microscopic amount of money I have left. Put that on there. Put this on there as well. Oh, I forgot to do an oil change. I'll do that as well. Here, I'll go do that real quick. Alright, and just because I think this is copyrighted, we're just not even going to bother, and I'll mute that. Alright, I'll do a little oil change. That's going to get us a pretty solid amount of power back. Up to about 150 horsepower now, which I think should hopefully be competitive. Although I did not look at the typical opponents list before I bought this. So I just saw it in there, and I did one extra race at the Sunday Cup at Autumn Ring, and then I bought this. We'll hold off on an engine overhaul for now. Actually, we might be good to get all the power we can get, so I'll go ahead and do it. Alright. There we go. And now, we're going to drive this thing, hopefully. Alright. Here we go, back to the beginner series. Do Japanese classics. Get your requirements, this be from 1979 or earlier and be from Japan. Typical opponents. Okay. Okay, I think we got this. That Dome Zero is a little bit concerning, though. Let's just do this. It's I didn't even mention 3 laps. Race is 3 laps. Suzuka East, Tsukuba, and then Grand Valley East. Oh, there's another Mazda Cosmo in here. Okay, there's a 110S, a Cosmo Sport, and then me, and then another 110S. Apparently, this game wasn't sure what else to put, so they just put a whole bunch of Cosmo S's in here. And I think this is a rear-wheel drive car, so I'll put the traction control at 1. Oh, hey, look, it's a 10-car race, dude. That's pretty cool. Alright, here's what we're going up against. A Honda S600, and a Isuzu 117 Coupe, a Honda S800, Cosmo Sport, 110S, Cosmo Sport, Sports 800, S500, a 65 Silvia, and then another 110S. Let's begin. Okay, here we go. And again, this is a standard car, so not really any point in going in interior mode. Unlike the last episode where I did the interior mode with the OFC 1. Oh god. Ugh. It's kind of hard to keep this thing under control. Okay, maybe I'll turn the traction control up a bit in the next race. Or if I lose this one, I'll turn it up. No! No, why can't you just stay in a straight line? Honestly, this car does look very 60s, although I think it has aged pretty nicely. I do think the Cosmo does look pretty nice. Oh my god, I cannot get this thing. I cannot prevent this thing from oversteering. Is this thing mid-engine? I didn't really pay attention to it before I... Clearly I didn't pay attention to it before I bought it. Okay, Gran, this is Suzu 117. Give him a little tap. Slow down a little more. Oh god, please don't spin out. Okay. We were able to kind of recover. Okay. This thing is a bit difficult to drive. We'll say that. Stop spinning for 5 seconds. There's another one up here with me now. Oh my god. Just be kicking up a storm, isn't it? Alright, I gotta try and get ahead of this other 110S or Cosmo or whatever this is. I don't actually know what the difference between the 110S and the Cosmo is. I don't know if one's like a later model, if one was the version sold in Europe or America or something. I actually don't even know this car was sold in America originally. Oh. Now, all these tire marks I have left. Hear that other car behind me, and I just know he's ready to pass me any second, but I'm going to try to not let him. Oh my god. Okay, well, we might have killed our rear tires, but we did finish the race. With a 1 second gap over the other Cosmo, and then a 6 second gap over the S500. Oh look, we made some of the money back after buying this thing. That's Alright, attempt 3 at this. I've turned skid recovery force on, and I've turned the traction control up to a 5. Because I tried it once with the traction control on at 3, that did basically nothing. I tried it with 5, that helped, but skid recovery force should hopefully do things better for us, because there is that Dome Zero in last place. And both times, it was the last corner, I messed up, and the Dome ended up passing me because he was right there. So here we go, attempt number 3 at this race. Okay, that definitely helped. No! I hit that Civic too hard. Please let me pass. Thank you. Right now, we just got to get past the skyline. And the Dome Zero is in 9th, it looks like. God, I can never just not crash my way into lead, apparently. Oh crap. Overcorrected a little bit there. Okay, put an almost 2 second gap between me and the skyline, which is good. I want to hopefully try and keep it that way. Okay, now we're at a 3 second gap. That's really good. Okay, it looks like the dome is in 6th, I believe, because I believe Vendetti is the driver of the dome. The dome. And there we go. There's the oversteer. Or understeer, or whatever. I wasn't really even paying attention to what that was. Okay, that was oversteer. Alright, see how much time we have between us. Over almost 5 seconds. Oh wow, there's a lot of space. Well, it was much better taking that corner than I did the last 2 attempts. And there we go. Alright, finished with a 3 second gap over the dome, and with a almost 10 second gap over the Sports 800. I got all the money from my previous attempts at this. So now, we're going to go into the last race. Alright, it looks like the dome is back for round 2. This time we have a 1965 Sylvia, another Skyline, a Fairlady 2000, 117 Coupe, a 280Z, a Skyline 2000 GTR, which I believe is... Okay, it's not. I don't think it's the same as the one we were up against. Skyline Sport Coupe, a Mirage, and then the Dome. Let's do this. Hopefully it won't take 3 attempts like the last race did. Alright, here we go. And we're off. Of course, it couldn't just be a race with me if I didn't crash my way in the lead for the most part. Alright, get around the whatever that was on the outside. Oh. Gotta try and get around this 1960 Sylvia. Alright, yeah, it looks like driving this thing with the upgrades I have on it without traction control and without skid recovery force is definitely an idea. So we got a 1 second gap. I think I can kind of see the Dome Zero back there, but I don't think I really need to worry about it right now. In fact, I probably don't even need to worry about it at all. Oh, there we go. Yeah, looks like he's in 5th right now. We got a 1.7 second gap over Laukkanen. I believe I said that correctly, but I might not have. In fact, I probably didn't. Alright, looks like Dome Zero is coming in hot. Yeah, it's in 2nd now. Oh. Oh my god, how is this thing this close already? And I already got a sub-second gap. Yeah, that wasn't the worst recovery ever, although I did end up going cutting that corner a little bit. I might have to do a little bit of mirror driving. Alright. Yeah, I think we're... Alright, there we go. So, that is going to be the end of the Japanese Classics. Finished with a 0.4 second gap over the Dome Zero and then a 7 second gap over the... Wait, didn't that Skyline? Oh, wait, never mind. That was Sylvia I was thinking about. Never mind. Almost 8 second gap over the Skyline. 1500. Alright. We're getting really close to level 12. At least by the time I do the Vits race, I'll be at level 12. And, well, the Vits race is only a 1-make race, so... Alright, there we go. We're now over halfway done with the beginner series. The Kyoto Shorin photo location is now available. Cool. When a Z Act 70. Wasn't that I think this was one of the cars I was up against in the K car or the lightweight K Cup. Oh, I got a trophy for having a half a century of cars. Nice. Alright, well I'll drive it. Why not? I mean, I'm probably never going to use it, but... Alright, let's check the car out. Alright, this thing has all of 28 horsepower. Wow, this thing is really small. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Gran Turismo 5. In our next episode, we're going to be doing the Vits race. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!